For being our table volunteers, we thank each of you for your time and effort this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's a guy I'm real
we
familiar
look
with.
forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning.
I'm familiar with
Wrestling begins at 10 a.m.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've wrestled him like 9 times now. It's a guy I'm definitely familiar with. Keep on knocking back on the record, getting a little closer. But yeah, followed the game plan, got my points, shut it down. I know he can't score on me.
One of the things we talked about earlier was that you said you were finally healthy.
Yeah.
And that you have to change your training now that you're a little bit older. What changes have you made in your training that has you feeling a lot better out on the mat?
Yeah, I'm blessed. The coaches at ASU, world class, phenomenal. Last year I was a little banged up, pushed through a bunch of things. I just had a struggle all year, but this time around we adjusted the training a little bit. I haven't been on the mat quite as much. I'm still getting all my work in. Just doing low impact. Even messing around doing a little jiu-jitsu to get my work in without being so hard on my legs, on my back, all that stuff. Part of being a heavyweight, you got to be unique with your training. And then, like you're saying, I'm not a young guy anymore. I might feel like a young guy, but there's younger guys coming in now. I'm slowly becoming a veteran pretty quick. So I just got figured out how I can be able to compete at the highest level.
You mentioned you're really familiar with Adam. He kind of controlled the early part of the rivalry. Seems like you've kind of pulled away a little bit. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, I was still a baby when I started competing on the senior level. I had some big wins, but he was one I couldn't get past for a little bit there. When he took his break, that's where I really made a lot of jumps, made a lot of gains, physically, technically, mentally. How to game a match a little better, be able to pull out wins like that. It's number 4 this year, so I'm getting a little closer to making that record a little even.
So what were you doing to be able to frustrate him? I mean, it seemed like he had nowhere to go and nothing to offer.
Yeah, I'm confident in my ability to pummel with anybody. I'm confident I can pummel with the best guys in the world, out hand fight anybody. That's all I did, is had to control the positions. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I was able to take advantage of it all.
So you're going to be able to add this cowboy hat to your collection, right?
Oh yeah.
All the Doc B hats.
Yeah, all the Doc B. I think I got one of these last quad too, in the same venue. So not bad.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, obviously you've been at the top here domestically for a long time, but it's all about the medals. What needs to change for you and your training and for the team so that we start seeing more medals?
Yeah. I think if I'm healthy and I'm in the right training environment like I am now, as far as being able to train as hard as I can, without worrying about being all dinged up, I know I can close those gaps. I know it hasn't shown yet on the world stage in competition, but in training, I'm competing. I'm wrestling those guys till the end. So I just got to close those gaps, and World Championships, Olympics comes along, I got to make sure I'm at my A game.
Qualifier. Next step is qualifying the weight.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to prepare for that?
Yeah, I'm excited. I was lucky. It was actually my first Pan Am tournament ever was Pan Am Games. Not counting cadets way back when, but so finally getting to see the Pan Am senior level guys, it was nice. It's exciting. But now I made it. I got to qualify the weight and go from there.
Like you said, you have a lot of these cowboy hats dating all the way back to the Doc B days. What do you do with all of them?
I think my dad hung a bunch of them up. After I moved out, my dad got bored. He made a little trophy room. Got all my stuff. So I got a whole wall of them hanging up.
You set out to the finals for this one after medaling in Pan Am Games. Did you learn anything from watching? You're going to see who you're going to see at Olympic trials and things like that. These matches.
Yeah, funny thing about heavyweight, a lot of these weight classes get weird during the Olympic year. You see a lot of guys shifting, but heavyweight, we're just the same group every time. Every tournament, I feel like it's about the same group, same crew. But they're all closing the gap. They're all getting better. So I can't ever look past anybody. It's funny. This is the first time I've actually done well, being the guy sitting in the finals. I feel like usually I'll go out and just wrestle real flat, but I got to beat up old Thompson a little bit, get a good warm up in. Got my match in early, so then I was ready to go. Sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it.